up. Neck on the beat. Let's go. With a fly ass chicks who paint the pretty ass streets. When them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a gift. Rap with a package, did what it is. Swerving the traffic like I lost control of it. Heard the competition like I ran over the sprints. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge. Red light, green light, and light, big bright, bright. Superstar light, make these lanes ain't right. Fabulous flow, make the girls say nice. So rock comes smooth to the party break light. The party is full to the cab in sight. Going to the next like Jay said, right there. Swag too slick, make a hater when I fight. 9 out of 10, the boy puts a click to my life. Like boy, nothing to lose. Harmful on the mic, get the beats me bruised. The cat look calm like I never made a fool. Watch they go in the beat, back the hammer in his teeth. These boys all brittle, tried up raps. I never moved crippled cause I got 2 feet. Provided my own neighbors, boy, nobody's bad beat. The grind is impeccable, I've been chasing decimals. Now it's like me and the money is inseparable. Catch the message that I'm sending to you. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I've been through it, but I've been muted. Now I feel like a champ, bitch, I'm undisputed. Thought I conquered the whole game, the hustle never been lame. Heard the certain fucks who don't remember my name.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Talk You Is Tuesday. It's your boy Dennis Holmes in the building. If you think a podcast, Rise Up Sports Family, we here. I got my co-host with me, Flying High Podcast.
What's up?
Yeah. We got the chocolate girl, and wait, hold up. Not only is she the chocolate girl, but she just launched a new podcast yesterday. And make sure y'all go out there and subscribe to Did You Hear What Chocolate Said? All right, ladies and gentlemen, my girl Sharon Mullen is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm in the building. What's up, everybody?
Also, we got my homie from the West Coast, King Czar, in the house, repping his Indiana Hoosiers.
Yay.
That's what's up.
That's all right. It's Big Ten. I can get with it. It's Big Ten, so I'm cool.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, listen, as y'all know, we start our show each and every Tuesday off with our trash ass players. This is a week-to-week award for the newcomers, for the people that's been here for a while. Please hit the like button as much as possible. Let's get this party started. Ryan Thomas, who are your trash ass players?
Well, you know what, Dennis? Me and you been talking.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with the GM for Tennessee Titans.
All right.
And this pissed me off. How you gonna draft a rookie, then talk junk to the news people, then and he a rookie. Then, I mean, you call this man basically and just said that man was trash. Why'd I do that?
And listen, there's some weird people out there in the world. You know, things happen. I can't really sit here and say, what's right or what's wrong. But Sharon Mullen,
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?
do you have any trash ass players?
Well, I believe last week, I made a statement about trash ass players, and I said that James Harden was going to be on my list again this week,
Yes, you did.
and he still is. And I know everybody's gonna say, "Oh, but he did this and he did that." I don't care. He's still trash to me. I don't care what he does. I'm sorry. I don't feel like he's made their team better, and I think they'll come to see that as they get closer to the playoffs, that he's more of a liability than he is a positive. And so he's my number one trash ass player this week. I got a couple others, so we can go on. You can come back to me for the rest.
All right. King Czar, what you got for us?
I mean, I like this dude, and it's kind of messed up. I'm putting him on there, but it's for selfish, for the fans and selfish reasons. They're putting this all-star game together, and they trying to cram everything in one day now. So they doing a slam dunk contest at the halftime of the game, and I don't know, but there's one player that we want to see do it that ain't done it and is young enough to do it, and he won't do it. And Zion, he kept teasing that he was going to do it or he might do it or whatever, and so he finally said he wasn't going to do it. So like this, they have the lineup of three players or whatever, but I was just let down. I mean, Zion had to be in that contest. It's like three rookies, and if you're not a hardcore fan, you probably don't know none of them. So I got to put Zion on the list. He's having a great season, but I mean, you gotta. I mean, you're the new face. You gotta, do that. Do that slam dunk. That's what you're known for. And every grade except for LeBron James, in that category has done it. So I'm kind of disappointed.
Maybe I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say maybe that he's waiting for the COVID to be over for him to get in the dunk contest. I'm gonna give him that benefit of the doubt. But you're right, because he did tease it earlier that he made your list.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my list, I'm going to have to pick with the Houston Rockets. That's what I'm going to pick with, because I didn't appreciate the way that they cut Boogie Cousins. I didn't like it at all. It just seemed like, I don't know what y'all doing in this organization. Maybe y'all trying to go 100% young or whatever. That's cool, but like I said, I didn't appreciate that y'all cut Boogie Cousins when there was no need for you to sign him in the first place, because you knew you were getting a guy who's coming off an injury, and he was working his way back. And the way I seen him working his way back, he was looking pretty good to me. I don't know what it is about y'all organization that y'all were upset about, but it is what it is. That's all I say. It is what it is. Ryan, who you got, Ryan?
All right, my next one is. Hold on for a minute. Alabama, the college team for basketball, Alabama, y'all beat 66. That's sad. You got beat that bad.
What was the score?
66 to 81. Arkansas
wow.
beat them 81.
I don't feel sorry for them. They should have never gotten rid of Avery Johnson.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Sad and pathetic.
I have to agree with that.
That's unfortunate.
But Sharon?
She's got to give another player besides James Harden.
Sorry, he's gonna be on there. He'll probably be on there next week too. But my next trash is I'm going back to okay, let me just say this. University of Michigan. And let me tell you why. As you guys probably know, Juwan Howard is a basketball coach. They're doing extremely well. He has really gotten that team together in his first year as a head coach. And I'm really excited for him. I think it's great. But the fans, of course, act like Bills fans. They act like they've been there forever. And Michigan hasn't been that great in basketball either over the past 10 years. But they act like, oh, we've been here all the time. And we the new man on the block. We this, we that, we run things. Just because they just happen to be having a great season because they finally got a great coach. And so for me, yeah, they're trash. They're trash anyway, but they're even extra trash now. So University of Michigan, their fans, yeah, there you go.
That's just your rivalry. You just don't like them.
Well, I don't, but I just gave you a reason why they're my trash.
You did.
Trash as players, though they are.
Go ahead, King.
You did. So I said Zion. I'm gonna stick in the NBA, and I'm gonna stick with another player. Again, another player I like, used to be on my team, and just attitude. You know, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler gets invited to the All-Star game. He declines it. Yeah, I don't know why. They don't say why, whatever the case. He didn't get voted in. It's like this dude, he always takes stuff personal. If he ain't leading the team, if he ain't the alpha.
Yeah, you got muted.
Yeah, I just did. I couldn't get it to do right. Sorry.
But no, it's just like if it don't ever go his way, it's the highway. He could have been on he broke up potentially like 3 super teams already. And he declined it, the fans want to see him, and he gets invited, because KD is hurt, and for his own selfish reasons, because he's not happy he didn't get voted in, he's not going. And like I said, Butler, I'm a Bulls fan, so I love him. He's a great player, but he just immature, man. He still hasn't. I mean, he's matured a little bit from when he was with us, but he's still got baby tendencies, and it just it rubs me the wrong way.
Okay. So my next one, this is actually not a player or anything. I was reading a Facebook post the other day from Mookie Hawkins, how he was saying about
who?
Mookie Hawkins. From Mookie Hawkins. And he was
Mookie?
Yeah, he was saying that JJ Watt chose to go to Arizona over Buffalo when Buffalo was 1 win away from being in the Super Bowl. Now,
right.
I personally, I personally believe that JJ Watt can go wherever he pleased to go. That's up to him. If he wanted to go where the money is, that's up to him. But the fact that you put it that he should have chose Buffalo is the reason why I'm putting you as a trash ass player. Everybody ain't coming to Buffalo. Just let you know that, all right?
Right.
They ain't coming to Buffalo. And it's crazy because when I met y'all kept saying, don't nobody want to come to Buffalo. Now y'all saying everybody coming to Buffalo. Who are y'all? Are y'all this is how I understand what y'all. Y'all on both sides of the fence. Oh, we a small city. We don't do that much. The next time, we the biggest thing in football. I mean, who the hell are y'all? That's all I just want to know. You got to win something. You want to win something? Come to Philly. That's all you got to do.
Stop that.
Come to Philly.
He was doing all right.
If you don't want your fans all up in the videos,
slamming tables and stuff, come to
Dallas.
Philly.
Come to Philly.
Come to Philly.
For that one. You silly.
Oh, wow.
Who next? Isn't it Ryan's
That's
turn?
on Ryan.
The Lakers lost 4 games, right?
Yeah.
I got the Lakers. They lost against Utah. Utah had 114 and the Lakers had 89.
Yeah, they got their hat handed to them for sure.
Yeah.
Or I should say we got our hat handed to us.
I mean, I just think, I think it's about time y'all just sit LeBron down.
No, they need this chick right here. They need her.
Oh yeah,
Cheryl,
but
They need to
yeah,
service to
Miller,
Cheryl Miller.
yeah, but she's
Miller.
not walking through
Cheryl.
the door.
Yeah.
She's not walking through no door.
No, she not. But I bet you with her old tail, she could lace it up right now and play
Yeah,
better than
and give you
she's gonna
40
leave
in a
right
heartbeat.
now.
But
Cheryl.
It's Miller.
I mean,
Cheryl.
we don't. Shannon, when you think AD coming back?
Whew.
You know, I'm not
Round
sure
2 of the
because
playoffs.
I believe that they should keep him until the playoffs. That's what I
Okay.
think.
You don't think
Because
they're gonna fall? You don't think they'll slide too far if they did that?
no, I don't think they'll slide too far as long as everybody else stays healthy. But they can't afford to risk it because
Right.
I still believe that this is too dangerous of an injury to play with.
I do too,
Now,
especially
the other
considering
day,
It's not
AD.
like this is his second year in the league. This
Right.
man he's got mileage on him too,
right.
and they don't need to play with this.
Now, the other day, I think I seen something on TV saying y'all going after Blake Griffin.
Yeah, I saw that, and they probably will go after him for two reasons. Well, one of them is because they don't have anybody protecting the rim really,
Right.
and he can still do that.
Yeah.
Think so?
He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it as well as he should. I have never thought that Blake lived up to his ability to protect the rim.
Have you watched
Never.
him this year in Detroit at all? Since he's been on Detroit a little bit,
Yeah.
this
If
dude
I
be
hadn't,
all
I
he
wouldn't have
do
made
is
my
stand.
comment. I wouldn't have
No.
made my comment if I hadn't seen him. Trust
Okay,
me.
no, I was asking because man, I used to love that dude. This all this
Oh
dude
yeah,
was
I've always been a big Blake
fan.
fan,
Yeah,
Blake
this
Griffin
dude
fan,
stand. All he do is stand outside the 3-point line
But
now.
yeah,
but
that
but the thing is, if he comes there, I'm sure Frank Vogel will give him his marching orders on what he's going to have to do.
right.
And I didn't believe in Frank Vogel at first. I didn't believe in him as a head coach, and he's won me over. And I don't believe that he's just a figurehead or a pawn. I believe that he actually takes command of his team, and I believe he's earned their respect. I don't know what he did behind the scenes. I'm investigating because I'm trying to find out what all has happened behind closed doors that caused him to win over this team. Because
Well,
there's a reason.
to
Something
me,
happened.
he always been a great coach, even with the Pacers. He got them to the playoffs every year.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he was an assistant, and
Right.
then when he stepped up when the coach was out, he did pretty good.
So
But I still wasn't convinced that he was ready to be the
right.
Lakers coach. Come on now, we're talking
That
about the legendary Lakers, and
that a
so for
bit
me,
that a
my
bit of a
opinion
step
on
like that.
who can coach the Lakers has always been a little lofty. So I wasn't excited about him at first, but he's won me over, and how he navigates through this is going to be very telling. But I'm frightened. I really am frightened. I'm frightened for AD because I'm frightened for his health. It's not all about chips for me.
Well,
Because again,
hopefully,
we still the Lakers. So even if we don't get a chip this year, I'm good.
hopefully by playoff time, he should be ready. Or by playoffs, he should be ready. So
What
Maybe.
about picking up? What about picking up Boogie?
I
don't know
couldn't
about
see
that.
that. I couldn't see that. Boogie go back to the Lakers. I couldn't see that.
Well, the last I heard, they were not interested in getting Boogie to come back. That's the last report I saw.
Yeah, I seen that too. King, what you got, King?
Another one, man.
If you don't got one, don't worry about it.
Oh, it's my turn.
Oh wait,
You
I thought
skipped
you
me.
just went. My
How you
fault.
gonna
Oh,
skip Sharon?
Yo,
wait,
it
time
was
out.
me.
Skip me.
Go
No,
ahead,
no,
Sharon. The whole
that was
time I thought
Ron.
that was your turn, Sharon. My
No,
fault.
that was Ron. That was
It was
Ron.
me, but I asked Sharon because she a Lakers
Yeah,
fan.
yeah, he asked me
Oh.
a question. But dang, you almost made me forget who it was. My next one is Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
The
you
reason is
Brooklyn
Kyrie
hard.
Irving. The reason why it's Kyrie Irving is because of the statement that he made about changing the logo.
Right.
I don't understand. I don't understand this whole thing about changing the logo. There's nothing wrong with the logo. I understand that Jerry West was like, I don't really care about being a logo. They could take me off, from being a
Yeah,
logo.
he said
I'm
that
good.
last year.
Yeah,
Right.
but so what? So what? He doesn't care about it. That they didn't have him as the logo all these years because Jerry West cared about being the logo. They had him as a logo because that was the logo. So the fact that he now is saying, I don't really too much care about being a logo doesn't have any effect on whether or not we should keep the logo. That's first. Second of all, change just for the sake of change. Why? To me, it's just restless millennials just want to change. That's what it sounds like to me. They're the largest demographic in the nation right now. So they're probably the largest demographic of sports fans. And so, and they always want to, anything fresh and new to get, shiny bells and whistles. That's what they want. Anything that's old school is bad. Anything new is good. So now they're restless and itching for the logo to be changed, and there's no reason for it. Third, there's no bigger Kobe Bryant fan than me. I venture to say not even Kyrie is a bigger Kobe Bryant fan than I am. And I love that man. I miss him. My heart's still very heavy from his death. But to have his silhouette as the logo for the NBA, I don't believe is necessary. And I also believe it disrespects him in a way. And the reason why I say that is because he doesn't need that honor, I guess, of being on the logo for his legacy. His legacy is big enough the way it is right now. He doesn't need that. That's just like putting a dot on an I that's already there. You still know it's an I. If the dot is missing and it's in the word rain, that third letter is still an I. So you don't need the dot. So I'm just like, what do you, this goes right up there with the whole, we don't need a coach and the earth is flat to me. He's always saying some off the wall BS that he doesn't need to say. And I don't know. There's no need for them to change the logo. That's my bottom line. So for me, I just think he just needs to shut up. And I mean, he can talk about stuff. I'm not going to say shut up and dribble. I don't mean that. But I just think some of the stuff that he says, he needs to just keep to himself.
I don't think Kyrie Irving rap too tight, mentally wise. I don't think because some of the stuff that he said, you be like, what?
I think he just likes the attention, man.
I mean,
he wants a wow moment. He wants to be different, like Skip Bayless.
I understand that, but some of the stuff that he said, you be like, huh?
Right.
All right, Ken, what you got?
Nah, I ain't got no more, man. I'm keeping it positive, man.
All right, well, let me get this last one out right here. To the former Ohio State basketball player, DJ Cooper, who got his girlfriend's urine sample for a drug test, and now his ass is pregnant. You got to do better, good brother. You have got to do better. Okay? You have got to do better. You have got to do better.
The hell?
You done got suspended. You better off giving them your own piss. You got to do better. I'm saying. Y'all want to be on these drugs and be players, y'all got to do better. Do the legal drugs. Y'all do better. Let's talk about our certified players, shall we? Brian, who you got to be a certified player?
After that, then it's going to take me a minute, dog.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about mine. And, well, in fact, you know what? I'll talk about Kellen's. Kellen's certified players, the New York Knicks. That's who Kellen got.
I got Memphis.
Memphis?
Why Memphis? Why Memphis, Ron?
Huh?
Why Memphis?
They beat the Rockets 133-86.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't realize that. I missed that.
Yeah.
The Rockets really ain't an NBA team right about now, though.
Yeah.
What you got, Sharon?
Well, Kellen has the Knicks, and I'm very excited about the Knicks. So I had them on my list as well, but specifically I had Julius Randle. But
former Laker.
Yeah. But I've been heavy on LaMelo Ball, but this week is Lonzo.
Yeah, Lonzo did have a great game this week.
He had a great game. He balling. He's keeping quiet about his things. He's not sweating the buzz and the undercurrent that's going on about him and all
Trade
that.
rumors.
Trade rumor, nothing. He just putting his head down and playing his game. He's himself. He's not trying to be LaMelo.
We love him in Chicago, though.
He's not trying to force it. You get what I'm saying? You know how sometimes when a player gets a whole lot of bad press, they try to force stuff to happen, and you see them, and it causes them to start making all kinds of mental mistakes because they're so busy trying to prove. No, he's not even doing that. So
one thing I can say, he's never mentally out of it.
No,
I gotta say they dad trained them on mentally. They'll never be out of it.
Like I said before, I think I said this last week. No, not last week. This was on another show. Can you imagine being coached by LeVar Ball?
No, you did say that on the show.
And it was that last show. And having to hear his mouth constantly. It trains you. It trains you to stay locked in and focused and to shut out all the noise and play your game. And Lonzo's demonstrating that. So shout out to Lonzo. I'm so excited for him because he's always been panned, and I don't agree with that.
Okay, Zara, you got King Zara?
Man, I'm actually gonna go somewhere I wasn't even gonna go, but I gotta give him his due. I'm going with the Spurs, and I'm a hardcore NBA fan. And to be honest, and they were talking about this yesterday, they won again. I think they like number 5. I mean, I think half the team is hurt. Have been on COVID. Aldridge just came back. Derek White's still out. I mean, most of the team has been gone. You can't really name if you ain't a super hardcore fan, you can't name that starting lineup right now. And in the West, I think they like 5 pushing 4. And Pop, last year shocked me because they finally had their first disappointing year in probably 20 years? I don't know. Yeah. So people were kind of saying, oh, okay, after, Duncan, Kawhi, now we kind of see, maybe he wasn't that great, whatever. But man, doing a hell of a job this year with the team he got and, the COVID situation and even these players they got now. And then shout out to Murray, the point guard, DeJounte Murray. I don't know if y'all know a lot about him. He's kind of under the radar, but dude is a beast. Like, he gets no publicity. And it seems like San Antonio, they just always under the radar, even when they're good. They're real quiet, fundamentalistic type team. And yeah, I looked up and I saw where they were at, and I was like, how's this team winning like this or whatever? So I'm gonna give a shout out to the Spurs on this one.
Okay. I'm gonna go with another one. Kellen said certified Cade Cunningham, Oklahoma State freshman.
I don't know much about him.
Hold on. That was one. What was another one he had down here? Hold on. D-Man said Bobby Lashley and the Dallas Mavericks. David West said Jerry West. David Royce said that Jerry West is the perfect logo. F the whole cancel culture crap.
Who said that?
Irv Goldie said, "Is it too late?" No, Irv, it ain't too late. That's what I see right
now,
here.
who said that about the logos?
Oh, that was David Royce. David Royce said that.
Shout out to David Royce. I agree with you.
Kellen said the Rockets lost 6 out of 8 games. He said Zion Williamson is a certified player too. And David Royce said the Spurs. But
I was about to say something.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Irv, what's going on, Irv?
Is Irv coming in?
He's already in there.
Yeah,
okay, I see. Oh, I didn't think Irv was gonna come in. I thought he was scared of me.
Irv scared? Uh-oh.
That's what everybody told me. Everybody told me that Irv was scared of Sharon of the chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. All right. Well, what other one you got, Ryan?
That's all I had, man.
All right, Sharon, you got another one?
Oh, but of course I do. Zach Levine. I've always liked Zach Levine as a player, like I told y'all before, and I believe I had him on my list, but I put him back on my list again, just because I just like the way he's playing. I like the way he's leading his team, and I'm just his growth and his development. I'm just fascinated. I'm just totally fascinated. The Bulls is my third favorite team in the NBA, and one of my friend's son is Denzel Valentine. And so I'm always rooting for the Bulls because of Denzel. And when they brought Zach Levine over, that just made it, even more reason for me to be rooting for the Bulls. So shout out to Zach Levine, and he's doing his thing.
Shout out to Zach Levine. King Cesar, what's going on, man? What you got?
She took mine, but that's my homer pick, of course. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all saw the little tribute they did for him. They said it was like a meeting. They did like a Zoom meeting. And then he logged in, and it was his mom and dad. And he was like, what the hell going on? And then, so they got a little emotional. And then Jamal Crawford showed up, and he like, what's going on? They ended up putting like 12 people on there. It was like, all his family. They had a dad on there, and it was just kind of clean. They had like a little segment or whatever. But he getting a lot of love out there in Chicago, man. So that's a good pick right there, Sharon, for sure. Another one I can add to the list, man, in the NBA. I mean, there's a lot of places you can go. I mean, you can't really give Phoenix enough love and Chris Paul. I mean, the man is 34, 35. I mean, everywhere he go. I mean, I know he ain't got no ring, but everywhere he go, I mean, he turned the team around, the whole culture. I mean, the man made the All-Star in the West again, and the guards is deep out there. And, I mean, he even made it over Booker, which was a snub. I think Booker got in with AD being hurt. But, I mean, that man, that like Barkley says it, the greatest leader in the league, pretty much. And I got to give that man love, and it's good to see Phoenix, back on the map. And I think in the playoffs, they're going to make some noise, and they might even win 1 or 2 series.
Irv Goldie, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, I'd like to say thank you for welcoming me to the show. And
Irv is in the house. All right, y'all.
I'm not afraid of you, Miss Sharon. I'm ready for
it. I know that, sweetie. I know that. I know Irv shut me down in the heartbeat. I know.
No, it's all love, man. What's the question right now? What am I about to answer?
No. We was making sure you was on first. I'm gonna ask everybody the question in a minute. I'm about to put a poll up, but who was it on?
We were just doing our certified players for
certified players. We always honor our trash ass players and certified players of the week. That's all. Did anybody else have any more certified players?
No.
I'm
all
good.
Right, cool. Let me put the poll up then. Give me a second.
I got 2 or 3 more, but that's okay. We good. We can move on.
Did y'all cover Julius Randle?
Yeah, we covered Julius Randle.
I mentioned Julius Randle.
Yeah, he's playing some good ball right now. Like back in the day, one of my favorite players was Al Jefferson. And Al Jefferson wasn't the tallest guy in the world, but he would just get it done. And
he was a worker. He would come in with that game face on.
And that
he didn't have time to be smiling and chit-chatting. He's like, let's go. Let's get it.
Jefferson was my guy. Julius is starting to remind me a lot of
soda.
All right, here's the question for this right here. I need to know who is the best number 2 option on this pit out of these 4 guys.
Number 33.
You picking somebody else from Philly? Hold up, man. I got to get you a jersey. God damn. I got to get you a Ryan, that's the second week in a row you did something else from Philly?
No.
I got to get you a jersey, Ryan.
No.
Something going on.
I don't trust all the other ones.
What?
Okay.
Something going on with Ron. That's not cigarettes.
About somebody, man.
He's smoking
They
something
done
else.
slipped something in a cigarette.
No,
Yeah,
I had not smoked. Since
he giving credit to a 76er? Oh my
Yes.
God.
I had not smoked since about this afternoon.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you
okay.
know.
Congratulations.
You're a closet Sixer. That's all right. Come to Philly. Come on to Philly.
So
Hey,
why
hey,
do you say him? Why do you say him? I
I
forgot his
don't
name. What's his name?
Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
I
Harris.
don't
Yeah.
trust all the other ones. I
Is
don't trust.
in the picture, I forgot. In the picture, it is Tobias Harris, Chris Middleton, DeMar DeRozan,
Andrew
and
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And out of
I
those
don't.
4 guys, I needed to know who is the best number 2 option. So Sharon, who you got?
I have DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, West
That's
Coast
who
love.
I got. I think that his head, his basketball IQ is off the charts. Sometimes you know he got a bad rap when he was in Toronto. I think he just had some issues up there, but I like the way he's playing better for the Spurs. Actually, that's just me.
Okay. Goldie, since you in here, who you think was the best out of them 4?
I'm gonna agree with the lady Sharon. I say DeMar DeRozan. Wiggins has been a disappointment. I thought Wiggins was going
Yeah.
to be a 2-way player. I thought he was going to be solid defense, solid offense. He hasn't
Mhm.
shown that. Chris Middleton, we know the book on him. I'm definitely gonna have to go DeMar DeRozan.
We
Okay,
hear,
who
we
you
hear,
got, King John?
we hear.
Here.
my thing is, a couple of those dudes I wouldn't even consider the second best player on their team, though.
I hear you, but who you picking?
But no, but I'm just saying, you saying who's the best number 2? I mean, Simmons is Philly's second best player. If he was on the list, it would easily be him. But out of the list, I'm actually going to go Chris Middleton because I think if I'm looking at who improved their game the most over the last season or 2 to now, I think he's improved his game the most. DeMar is great, but he's consistent. He's what he is. I see Middleton already stepping up, and Milwaukee's already winning games where they're putting this wall up, and they're actually learning how to win games now. But outside of being one-dimensional like they've been, and Chris Middleton is stepping up, and I thought he was a snub as well. It should have made the All-Star team, but I see a lot of improvements in this game, and don't be shocked to see them in the East Finals.
Okay, all right. Well, I got another one for you. I need to know about this guy right here. Is this guy in
My
Hall of
dog.
Famer?
Yeah.
I need to know,
I'll
is
go
this
last.
guy in Hall of Famer?
I go last.
I would like to set this one off. D Rose was an amazing physical specimen. his athletics was off the chart, the things that he could do before he actually got hurt. If he continued on that path and he didn't get hurt, this is an easy yes. But because of the hurt, and he has salvaged his career. Like he's by no means is he a bum or has been a bum. He's had a solid career, but because of the injuries, he doesn't get in for me.
Oh, okay. Sharon?
You know, that hurt my heart when he said that just now. I actually jumped
me
a little
too.
bit.
Me
It just
too.
hurt. I almost want to shed a tear.
Irv coming in here with that fresh perspective.
Yeah, with
Know
that
what I
fresh
mean?
perspective. Fresh
With that
perspective.
fresh perspective. You gotta make sure
And
you
I
put
just-
that P in there. Fresh
Yeah, but
perspective.
it's hurting. My heart is really, my chest is really hurting right now after hearing that. And you know, my initial reaction when I first saw this question was, well, of course he is. Of course he's first ballot. And then, I mean, of course he's a Hall of Famer is what I said. And then I started thinking about it. And I was like, well, there are some issues, but I didn't change my mind. I still feel, despite the injuries, when you're looking at his career, and remember, this is the Basketball Hall of Fame. This is not the NBA Hall of Fame. And so I am including his college career. And when you include the college career, I do believe that he gets in. He may not get in first ballot, if there's such a thing, but I do believe that that he gets in, and I believe that he should get in. The youngest to ever win the MVP, They should have won that, man. That national championship game.
Oh,
They should have won that game. They should have won it.
Free throws,
I mean,
man.
they were that good, and
Memphis was that
that team was that Memphis
Oh
team
yeah,
was
him
killer,
and CDR,
man.
they had a nice 1-2 punch.
Yeah, and CDR was my favorite player on the team.
I thought he was going to be a
Next to
decent
him.
pro, man. He kind of disappointed me, but he was nice.
Yeah, and so I just yeah, I believe that I'm trying to look at it objectively though, Irv. I'm trying not to be emotional because I love Derrick Rose a lot.
You the man.
And so I went back and watched some film. I looked at some data, and I have to say, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Respect.
All right.
Shout out. What's up, Kellen?
Well, hold on. We got a newcomer here, Kellen for the coach. Kellen for the coach. What you feel, Kellen?
What's
Oh,
up,
Kellen
Kellen?
for the coach. What's up, G?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Good evening.
Good.
Peace.
Derrick Rose is not a Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Okay.
He
Why is that?
he had one good season. I'm glad he was a Knicks. I was a Knicks fan, but I was not seeing his whole basketball career. That's as a AAU player, a college player, and an NBA player is not Hall of Fame worthy. Not first ballot or second ballot, in my opinion.
Okay.
I may be biased. He was a good player, but he's not a Hall of Famer.
Hey, they considering putting Chris Webber in the Hall of Fame. So
Lord,
hey,
Oh,
that's all I got to say.
Lord,
Not in.
We're not gonna have the Chris Webber slander, yo. This is crazy.
have mercy.
You're going to get the Chris Webber slander if I'm in the room. You're going to get it.
King Czar.
she Sharon. See, me and Sharon gonna have a love-hate, man. It's like we here. Either we here, it's like polar. We like totally there.
King Czar. Rule number one. When Sharon tells you she don't like somebody, we forget that she said it. That's the number one rule.
Okay, all right.
We forget she said it. Like me and her, we got this thing with Michael Vick. So I just don't even talk about him, all right? That's it. I don't even
We
talk
either
about him.
strongly agree or we strongly disagree.
I like Michael Vick. Stop saying that, man.
King Czar. What you got to say, King Czar? I ain't even going to go
All
there.
I got now, I'm
gonna
like
get
Sharon.
you, Ron.
I'm like
gonna get you,
Sharon.
Ron. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Ron. I'm gonna get you.
I'm like Sharon. I mean, Derrick Rose is my third favorite player of all time behind MJ and AI. He's my third favorite player.
Wow.
But
That's how
trying to look at it objectively, I'm just going to throw this out there until someone take it. Well, I can throw a couple things. Youngest MVP to this date over anybody. He still got that. Youngest MVP in the league. And we talking about MVP when the big super Miami Heat were formed and they got the number one seed. And one good season, I think the second, after he won MVP, they came back and got the number one seed again. And to this day, and a lot of people agree with me, if he didn't tear his ACL, we would have got them that second year. Again, we don't know because, we can't see it. But I truly think we would have got over the hump and we would have won that series. But just the fact that what he did in a short span of time, that was unheard of, winning MVP and, being, better team than the Heat and leading that team with Keith Bogans at the shooting guard. The man, the highlights. One of my favorite plays, and I know it's a play, but that dunk over Dragic, like the man was just amazing. I mean, he got to get in. First ballot, second ballot, I don't know, but he's in the Hall of Fame for me, man.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Let me piggyback off of that. He did this while on a team that didn't have a whole lot on it. So not only did he earn the MVP, he carried the team. He was the difference maker on the team.
They had a coach though. They had
He
Thibodeau.
was the team, to be honest with you.
Okay, they had a great coach, but since when do you use that as an argument to say that he didn't carry a
Can
team?
I
He
ask you a
wasn't
question?
great. He
Wait,
wasn't
hold
even
on.
He carried the
Before
team.
anybody else go. Can I
What
ask
did
you?
Tibbs do in Minnesota?
Hold on, King. I got to get this clarity, and I got to get it on wax. I got to say it like first. I got to get it on
Okay,
wax.
go ahead.
What does
David.
carrying the team mean to Sharon Muller?
Okay,
Ooh.
I don't. Okay, perhaps I should not have used that expression because
I tried to get it. Damn.
I said perhaps. I said perhaps. I didn't say I shouldn't. I said perhaps. But I will answer your question. What I meant by what I was saying is that at the time he won MVP, he was the prominent difference maker on that team. The team moved with Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose had a good game, the team won. He had a bad game, they lost. The ebb and flow, everything was dependent on Derrick Rose. Everything.
So
I don't care what Thibodeau did. I don't care what he called. He was it. So
basically,
I just wanted to make sure.
Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me piggyback real quick. This just popped up in my head. This is how valuable he was to that team. With the number 1 seed, he got hurt game 1. It was only one game, and we lost to the Sixers. They didn't even win the first round game. We didn't win the first round series. We gonna still beat the 8 seed without him, right? They couldn't even beat the 8 seed without him.
First of all, that Sixers
pretty
team
much
did pretty good. All right, let's get that out the way.
Stop it.
Yeah, but they were the 8 seed though, Dennis. They were the 8 seed at the time.
It was Joakim Noah.
It was
Joakim Noah was balling.
We had Noah was the only player we got. We had soft ass.
He wasn't no Derrick Rose, but he was
Carlos
balling.
Boozer's soft ass that nobody wanted and was shooting jumpers. Wouldn't even go in the paint no more.
I know it was a soft team, but they had some styles on their team. They had some good players from also on the team. Fofo was more at the time. Joakim was more at the time. They had
Lou Alding was solid.
I can't remember.
Lou Alding.
Jimmy Butler was a rookie.
Yeah, Butler wasn't nothing yet. Butler wasn't even contributing yet.
Ryan, what you got, Ryan?
No, in my opinion.
Okay. Wow. So we got 3 no's. So we got 3 no's and 2 yeses. So I guess it all depends on what I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight like this: if Grant Hall's in the Hall of Fame, Derrick Rose is going to the Hall of Fame.
Who the hell is Grant Hall?
Grant Hill. If Grant Hill's in the Hall of Fame, Derrick
Grant Hall's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, now I'm not gonna stand for no Grant Hill slander up in here.
Oh no,
I'm not having that.
Oh yeah, I was waiting.
Oh no. We gonna have it out. Don't be talking. Don't come to me.
Don't be talking about Grant Hall, bro.
I'm coming to your next show. We're gonna do that. Grant Hill and Chris Webber. We're gonna do that.
I want to know who is Grant Hall is.
Grant Hill.
Hey, he made the Hill of Fame, bro.
Hey, Dennis, can I add one thing real quick about Grant Hill?
Yeah.
Before Grant Hill got hurt, they was actually ready to give the keys to the league to Grant Hill.
I knew that.
Right.
It was between Allen Iverson or Grant Hill. And Grant
You're forgetting one player. You're forgetting the player.
Allen Iverson had the streets, but Grant Hill had the squeaky clean, the game. He had everything. If he didn't get hurt, he was
forgetting the player. And you forgetting the player, Anthony Hardaway, who also got hurt. They was about to give him the keys. He was an all-pro with MJ 97, 98 on the all-NBA team. I'm just saying, don't leave him out. Don't leave him out.
I won't leave him out.
Let me read these comments real quick. Hold up.
Grant Hill was definitely it.
Let me read these comments real quick. D-Man said, me as a certified player because I was coaching the Special Olympics. Shout out to D-Man for that. Eric Winters came on. He said, T-Boz, the fact that he's playing under Doc and he's right with the numbers and on go. 33 is back. Anyone can play next to the Greek Freak, especially when he's driving hard in the paint. Yes.
Right.
More than 2 years of injury doesn't erase the MVP status and ability to change the game in a good and great under the rim. Man, please.
Who said that?
That's all Eric Winters right there.
Go ahead, Eric.
Kellen said D-Rose. Kellen said D-Rose not a Hall of Famer. Eric said, time out, Miss Sharon. LOL ops. We don't have any, but I guess I will take the money. LeBron before LeBron. Grant Hill. Okay.
Grant Hill.
All right. Like I said, I'm taking him out. Here's my next question for you.
Pippen was before them.
Here's my next question right here. Out of these two players, this is Peter Ward and this is Percy Harvin. Who is the better college football player? Peter Ward and Percy Harvin.
Oh, college?
College football.
Oh, wow.
I
Who
got
was the
my
better
answer.
college
Charlie
football player?
Ward.
You know my answer.
Yeah.
That's easy. College. That's
So
easy. College.
I'm gonna start with Irv. Let's see what Irv. What you got, Irv?
Peter Warwick. Peter Warwick.
Nope.
Okay. All
Peter
right.
Warwick, baby.
Why?
What you
All
got,
day.
Kellen?
Why?
I
Why
got
is it Peter Warwick?
He got a Heisman Trophy. Peter Warwick, hands down.
No.
Not even close.
Nah.
Peter Ward won the
Sharon,
Heisman Trophy.
Peter Warwick was exciting. He was truly exciting back in the days. You can't let his NFL career affect.
No, we just said college. We just said college.
I'm just looking at college.
We just said college.
Yeah,
He was
man.
exciting. He
Peter,
was exciting.
Peter Warwick was the real deal.
He was a real deal. He was. I take nothing from him.
He was a finalist for the Heisman, so he didn't win that. He was a finalist for it though. He was dynamic.
Yeah.
Do you think he should have won it, Kellen?
I said Peter Warwick. Peter Warwick, hands down.
Who won it that year? I forgot. Anybody remember?
I want to say it's quarterback. Charlie Ward won that year.
Oh no, but Charlie Ward won it.
99.
Nah, Charlie Ward deserved that. That's the greatest regular season of quarterback I ever seen in the history of college football. It wasn't that year.
It was him.
I won that.
Yes, to me, yes.
It was him. It was Charlie Ward, Peter Warwick. I'm gonna look
Charlie Ward
I
deserved it.
I think Chris Winkie played with Peter Ward.
Yeah, it was Wink. No, he played. I'm gonna look it up.
No, it wasn't Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward was amazing.
I think Chris Winkie played with Peter Ward. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Charlie Ward was amazing. And I bet Young was a close second, though.
It was whoo.
I gotta give you that. Charlie Ward was amazing. That 1 year, amazing. I was so mad that he didn't play football. I still think he would have been a better football player than he did basketball.
Basketball player, yeah. He was the best. He's the best point guy in New York City history.
Right.
He was strong.
Yeah,
Quarterback
point guard.
Nasty.
Did you say he was drunk? Is this what you say, Irv?
No, I didn't say he was drunk.
Oh, I'm about to say. There was another drunk one. Sharon, what you got, Sharon?
The answer is Percy Harvin. I don't care what y'all say.
Headache Harvin. I call him Headache Harvin.
College, though?
Percy Harvin, yes. Percy Harvin.
And the pros easily Harvin.
Because his name is Percy and my dad's name is Percy. So that's why I'm picking Percy. It's Percy
Miller.
It's
Percy Miller, Master P.
Right. Percy.
That's it.
That's not the reason. That's not the real reason, but that's a bonus that he's named the same name as my dad. So he good with me.
I mean, Sharon, Percy was a beast, but like P Dub is one of the people that put Florida. I mean, it's like, yeah, primetime put, Florida State.
He had 1,852 yards rushing. He only played 3 years. 1,800. That's almost 2,000 yards. No, Percy.
Now, if you go put
Percy, you can put Percy Harvin everywhere.
He had almost 2,000 yards rushing. And guess how many he had receiving? Almost 2,000 more receiving. No.
Now, if you go pro, then you win that argument, but not college.
No. We just talking about college.
I'm giving you his college stats.
Yeah, we just going.
I'm looking right at him right here. I'm looking right at him.
Peter Ward was
anytime
electric,
you get almost 2,000 yards rushing and receiving, you a bad dude. That's all I got to say.
Peter Ward. I'm looking at Peter Warwick's stats. Peter Warwick had 3,500.
Tell him.
Okay.
over 200 receptions. Peter Warwick was a phenom.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter Ward was a difference maker.
Yeah,
he was
but Percy had 1,800. Had 1,900, and he only had 133 receptions. Fewer receptions, and almost as many yards. I mean, you can split hairs with it. It's a matter of preference. For me, it's Percy.
Percy might have been fast. Percy might have been faster, I'll say.
Now, you think Percy was faster than Peter Ward?
They said Peter Ward had
He was exciting.
Football speed, yes.
They said Peter Ward had the best dead leg in the game.
And went to Florida.
That's what they said. Ryan, who you got, Ryan?
Ooh.
Ooh.
You got to pick one, Ryan. I'm going with Percy. I'm going with Percy.
And he had 0 fumbles, y'all. No fumbles.
Give me Percy for 200, please.
Oh man, we going with Percy, baby.
Look at my boy. Look at my fellas. My fellas got my back.
I'm going with Percy, baby.
Way to hold down the chocolate. Way to hold down the chocolate.
Hey, King Czar. This one right here, you're going to answer this one last, all right?
All right.
I need to know who's the better quarterback.
Ooh.
I need to know.
Ooh.
To all my Cowboy fans out there.
Ooh.
To all my Cowboy fans out there. I need an answer for this
right
one.
now.
Who is the better quarterback? Tony Romo or Dakota Prescott? All right. I need to know. I need answers.
I want to know what Irv thinks.
Yeah, I got to hear this. I got to hear this one from Irv.
He's
a Ravens fan.
Because as soon as he came up, your face
dropped, didn't it?
Because this is one of those situations where Dak's not finished. When it's all said and done, Dak very well could be better than Romo. But for Romo to go from an undrafted free agent to starter and face other Cowboys is an amazing story. But he couldn't get it done in the playoffs. Tony Romo was, y'all want to talk about my boy in the playoffs? Tony Romo could not get it done in the playoffs. So right now, Dak needs a little bit more time. So I'm gonna put Tony Romo over Dak as of now. But before Dak's career is over, I say Dak is gonna pass him. But if you gotta go present Dak in the whole full body of career Tony Romo, I'm gonna go Tony Romo. But that's a tough one.
Brian, who you got?
Dak
Brian?
is going past him.
Get to me last.
No, dog. I'm gonna let King Czar go last. Go ahead, Kellen. Who you got?
Go ahead, Kellen.
I got Dak Prescott, Dakota Prescott.
Okay.
I was never impressed as a Tony Romo. I was never impressed with him. Like, he was just another guy. He was a quarterback.
Okay.
He was a bridge quarterback his whole career, I think. Get to the next franchise quarterback. He's tried to tie me over to my franchise quarterback come through, but he was never the franchise, never that guy.
All right.
Hey, Kellen, he got 4 Pro Bowls in a all pro second team though. How were you not that guy?
Pro Bowls though. You doing Pro Bowls?
He got a second team all pro. He got a second team all pro. How do you?
Okay, he got one second team all pro. Okay. He got one second team all pro his whole career.
He led the league in passer rating in 2014.
That's just good enough. That's the last thing time me over to the next round. It's not like I think Dakota was a better quarterback, a better athlete. And I'm not a Cowboys fan, and I'm like, but I'd rather have Dakota than I have Romo.
Okay, Sharon, what you got?
That's just my opinion.
Respect.
Even though I agree with Irv about the comparison, it's kind of skewed because Dakota is still playing, and Romo's done. But I think you can still look at it. And so if I'm looking at the data, I have to go Dakota Prescott. That's what I go. I go Dakota Prescott. And if you look at it, Dakota beats Tony Romo in quarterback rating. He beats him in rushing yards. He beats him in scores already. And then he beats him.
What do you mean scores? He beat him in scores.
Rushing scores. Like him holding on to the ball and rushing it in.
Running.
Prescott has 21.
Okay, that's fine.
Romo only has 5 for his whole career.
He wasn't a runner like that, though.
Right. No, he wasn't. And I think that makes a difference with a quarterback. He is a quarterback. And he a quarterback. He's a quarterback. He ain't a quarter.
Hold on, King Czar. You got the last word. Hold on, man.
He's a quarterback. But I don't know. I feel like the upside for Dakota Prescott is much higher than Romo's. And I think when it's all said and done at the end of his career, it will be greater. And so that's what I have to look at. the differences at this point in their career is only by a hair, but I still give the advantage to Dak. So I'm going Dak.
All right, Ryan.
That
Okay.
and because he more dual threat quarterback that I would want for my team.
Okay.
So
King Zard, it's your time, baby.
Ah, man. Well, I mean, again, like Irv said, I mean, he's still playing. So I think the better things are in store for Dak, the rest of the way than what he's already done. So I will say that. I mean, obviously it doesn't hurt to have the cast that he's going to have, that what we have, in Dallas right now. So the future is going to be bright. However, Tony Romo is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in NFL history. That dude is a poor man's Brett Favre, who was his idol where he grew up at. If you go watch that man, we talk about improvising broken plays. There's probably John Elway and Brett Favre, probably like the only two dudes I've seen that make something out of nothing. I could put a play up when the dude snapped the ball over his head. He ran back 20 yards, rushed up for another 40 yards, and got the first down. Like, the dude, I mean, he take chances. He throw the ball down the field. What I didn't like about Dak in his first few years until he started showing last year before he got hurt, he won't throw the ball down the field as much as I would like or take chances. Romo, his improvisation, his skill set, like Dude said, when he was an all-pro, only one that was better than him was Tom Brady. That was the year they went 16-0. Tony Romo was lighting cats up, averaging 30 a game. Yes, he would have that occasional fourth quarter interception because, like Brett Favre, a la his idol, is that he would do as well. And that's kind of the knock on Brett Favre's greatness, is that he would throw untimely interceptions. But I'm talking about from a skill set standpoint and dangerous. Tony Romo, we would have any kind of a head coach, and don't say Bill Parcells, because he coached them the first season. That's it. Never came back. We had no coach. We had no defense. The man had to put up 30-something a game just for us to be in the game. I'm telling you, you get that man what we got now, or any team, or with Troy Aikman, when you heard my argument with that, if he had a team like that with defense, the man would have rings. Trust me. Right now, it's not even close. Let Dak get another 5-6 years and holler at me right now. Tony Romo by far is the better quarterback.
All right, well.
And let's not forget, Terrell Owens cried for him, man.
Oh,
sure. Oh, sure. That makes it.
Oh,
so,
my God.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Quarterback.
I'm going to say
Dennis,
this.
Dennis, before you go, can I say one thing? Can I just
let me go because I got to go. So let me go so then that way you can go.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to say Dakota Prescott. And it's because Dakota don't throw those interceptions. He actually try to win games. If it wasn't for his defense, he would have had another playoff win, which Romo don't have. So
he don't have no playoff wins?
I said another. Keyword was another.
More than that.
Keyword was another. Keyword.
Well, the thing that I was going to say in response to what King Czar said is I agree with all the stuff that you said about Romo. I think Romo is one of the most underrated quarterbacks ever. One of. I'm constantly defending him with people because I've heard so many people call him trash. He's trash. I'm like, no, he wasn't trash. I mean, I've defended the guy because I believe he was a great quarterback. He was great. I just don't believe he was better than Dak. I just don't agree. I just looking at what I see and just looking at the body of work so far and the eye test and I don't know that passer rating. That rating means that quarterback rating. That quarterback rating means something to me. So
no, right, Sharon.
I can't just ignore that.
What about having the best offensive line and the best running back the last 5 years?
They didn't have the best offensive line the last
Until
5
this
years.
year, that's what everyone tell me when I try to talk about Elliott. Oh, he got the best line. That's all I
tell
heard.
you what, the next time you were in a
What did they
conversation,
give him though, King
no,
John?
hey, the next time you in a conversation with somebody, they tell you when you arguing that the Dallas Cowboys has had the best O-line in the game the last 5 years, you send them to me. I'll get them straight because that's not true.
Don't hurt
It's not
nobody.
true.
What
Out of the last
5
years, they probably had the best O-line 2 out of the last 5 years. Because remember, this is 2021.
I say
This
3
is
out of 5.
2020. I say 2. This is 2021. And out of the last 5 years, no, I wouldn't say they had it 3. No.
What has that got them though? Having the best running back and the best O-line. They haven't been in the
No.
playoffs.
That's my argument. I'm saying that's what Dak got, and he ain't got nothing. That's my argument. Tony Romo didn't have that running back.
Kellen, his argument is that Dak has benefited by having such a great O-line that is padding him a little bit. And what I'm saying is, I call bullshit on that. I'm sorry.
I call BS on it too, but I'm not gonna get into it because we got
everybody throw that in my face when I try to give them props. That's what everybody.
But like I said, just send them to the chocolate. Just send them to me. I will straighten them out because that's bull. I got stats. I've looked this up. They did not have the best O-line in the last 5 years. They had.
Can I say this?
You wouldn't say 3 out of 5?
I say 2.
Okay.
I just told you I did research on this question. I just told you that.
I say this though. Did y'all hear what Chocolate said?
Yeah.
Let me read these comments. Real quick, and we're gonna get right into your segment, Chocolate.
Wait a minute, Irv probably don't know about my podcast.
Irv, you ain't heard about the podcast? Did you hear what Chocolate said?
No, I ain't heard about the podcast.
I just made it last night. Oh my God.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'll have to send you the link.
Dalton said Percy Harvin. Josh said P-Dub. Eric Winters said Peter Ward, Charlie Ward, Bobby Bowen, Florida State, Roar, Warwick Dunn 28, Danny Warfield, Michael Vick versus Peter Ward in a Sugar Bowl, greatest college game ever played. Josh said
okay, but that wasn't the question.
No,
Josh said Tebow over Harvin. Dalton said ain't nobody care. Who cares next? Deborah said Romo. Eric Winters said Romo was the last QB that took the Cowboys a game away from the Super Bowl. What the hell?
Next.
I ain't even gonna read the rest of that. Dak is just getting his feet wet, and the game will not allow to be a Cowboy in 2021. Okay. As Joshua Bailey said, Romo, as well understood, undrafted, this is one of the hardest hills to climb along with the fact that he's a winning team and just didn't get over the hump. Okay. Kellen said Dak over Romo. And that's about it. Nice. Sharon, I'm ready for my Chocolate Girl segment.
Oh, you talking about the questions?
I'm talking about the questions.
This is the part of the show where we talk about things outside of sports. So I came up with a few questions. You know, Dennis been asking me to contribute some questions, and I never have any questions. So this is my first time contributing some questions. So this doesn't have anything to do with sports, Irv. Okay, you good with that?
I'm good with it.
You good with that, Kellen?
Let's go.
Good with that? Okay. So the first question is, what are your top 3 favorite breakfast cereals?
Oh.
I love cereal. I don't know about y'all, but I love cereal. What's your top 3 favorite breakfast cereal? Huh?
Hot or cold, do it matter? Hot or cold, do it matter? I like hot cereal.
Cold cereal. Cold cereal.
Cold cereal.
I'm gonna go. I definitely gotta go Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Number 1. Number 2, always do some Cheerios. Cheerios always hit home. And number 3, I'm gonna say Fruity Pebbles. You pour the milk in first. That's what I'm gonna say.
Raisin Bran.
Fruity Pebbles. Pour the milk in first.
Cheerios.
Got you. Go ahead, Ryan.
Raisin Bran, Cheerios, and Fruity Pebbles.
So both of y'all like Fruity Pebbles, huh?
Pour the milk in first. Make sure you say all that together. Pour the milk in first.
Put the milk in the bowl first and pour the
Yes.
Fruity Pebbles on top. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they get soggy
Get
fast.
soggy too fast. Exactly.
Too fast. Go ahead, King
Cinnamon
Czar.
Toast Crunch.
What you got, King Czar?
Hold on. Kellen was going. Go ahead, Kellen.
Oh, go ahead, Kellen.
I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch off jump. Being from New York State, being from Buffalo, I gotta go with Cheerios, number 2. Cause we make them up here. And then number 3, I like anything with peanut butter, man. Like I got a third choice, but
Peanut butter crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, that peanut butter crunch is pretty good.
And then, or any kind of Cheerios. Like I like all the Cheerios. They got different brand. I like my favorite is the blue fall joint.
For real?
Honey nut. Go to
right.
honey nut.
All right, King Czar, what you got?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Frosted Flakes is 1A and 1B. So we just say that's 1, 2. Easy, 1 and 2 by far. Number 3 fluctuate, but I mean I'll go with like a safe pick and go Captain Crunch regular.
I'm about to say, ain't nobody got no Captain Crunch on that list.
Come on, man.
Like, what?
I know they hit the root of your teeth sometime, but man, it's delicious.
Root of your teeth.
You can get a little injured eating some Captain Crunch. Yeah. All right,
definitely don't get sour.
To be honest with you guys, I haven't been in the cereal for years. But back in the day when I was going crazy Saturday morning cartoons, having cereal every morning, number 1 has to be Cocoa Puffs. That was my go-to. Love me some Cocoa Puffs. Number 2, I like them. What is it? It's not shredded wheat. What is it?
Oh, come on. Oh.
No, it's not shredded. Something similar
Rice Checks. Rice Checks. Is it the Rice Checks?
No, what is it? What is it? It was I can't think of it right now. Maybe it wasn't that much my favorite. But third, we used to call this hungry man food because when you was hungry, it always hit the spot. And that was a bowl of cornflakes with a whole bunch of sugar on it.
Whole bunch.
Yeah, they ain't nothing but Frosted Flakes anyway.
You picked the bowl up, the bowl all heavy from all the sugar that you done poured in it, right?
Oh, that's how you had to do cornflakes.
Hey, that's how my cornflakes and my Rice Krispies were, full of sugar.
Yeah.
Hey man, did y'all eat your cereal with ice in the milk and all that?
No.
My sister did that shit. She used to put ice in her milk. I was like, what in the hell?
Oh, hell no.
I'm gonna go Cocoa Puffs and cornflakes.
Hey man, I stopped eating sugar. I stopped eating Sugar Smacks. I was over my cousin's house one day. I couldn't tell them from the roaches, so I stopped eating Sugar Smacks.
Yeah,
I don't eat them either. I'm the same way because of that same reason. They look like roaches.
My favorite cereal. Okay, I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. So number 3 is Apple Jacks. What the hell? Y'all ain't give it the
be in my 5. They would be in my top 5.
Top 5. That's cool. So I got Apple Jacks 3. Number 2, gotta be the Fruit Loops.
That's top 5. That's probably 4 and 5.
Fruit Loops good.
Come on, you gotta have the Fruit Loops.
That's 4 and 5.
My favorite always was Rice Krispies because we would put bananas in it. My father always cut up fruit in it, and we put sugar on it, and that was something that I would eat with my father on Saturday morning before he would go golfing. If he didn't take me with him, he would have Rice Krispies. So yeah, Rice Krispies was my favorite.
Okay.
And I think my sister watching. I hope she comment. But anyway, I think my sister watching. But anyway, so that's the first question. That was a good round, y'all. That was good. So listen to this carefully. This question came from a discussion I was having with somebody about outdoor stuff. I don't do outdoor stuff. I don't like bugs. I'm not a lover of nature and trees and all that crap. I just don't like it, right? But I can't stand trees. It's too many trees down here. Too many trees down here in North Carolina. But anyway, between water skiing, bungee jumping, and skydiving. Let me say these 3 again. Between water skiing, bungee jumping, and skydiving. If you had to, like, I'm gonna kill your family if you don't do one of these things type of thing. If you had to do one, you had to pick one, which one would you pick and why?
Is that jet skiing count?
No, she said
No,
water skiing.
water skiing.
So that's when you stand up. Is that when you
stand up and you holding on to the boat and the boat is driving you? You're not on a jet ski.
I'm okay, the water skiing I might have did, but I'm a little nervous of the driver. So I'll say I'll tap out of that. The bungee jumping, I'm gonna tell you like this: the bungee jumping. Ever since I seen that episode of Fresh Prince and the bull died proposing to Hillary, I'm not doing the bungee. I'm not bungee jumping, so I will be skydiving.
Hillary, will you marry? Boom.
Yeah,
I will be skydiving because I seen Wesley Snipes do it in the movie, and he all right. So I'm all right.
Well, since you said it ain't jet skiing, I'm going with bungee jumping.
Why bungee jumping? Why
jet skiing? I mean, not jet skiing, water skiing. I'd be scared that something gonna happen. I'm gonna smack the boat or like, I ain't messing with it. I ain't jumping out no damn plane. Something's gonna be tied to me where I'm high but not high enough.
Look at Dennis.
I'm just going. You don't know. They're gonna have to push me a little bit, but I'm going. You don't know. Straight up the plane.
I ain't jumping out no plane, no 10,000 feet. I'm jumping off a bungee jump that's about 500 feet with a tight, strong rope around my feet, whatever, and that's it.
Doing that shit. Nope. Go ahead, Kellen.
Yeah, I don't do planes. I get my feet on the ground. I don't trust it, so I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna do jet ski.
It ain't no jet ski.
I don't get no.
It ain't no jet ski. It's water skiing.
Water skiing.
Well, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one he picking. I got it. That's the one he picking. What about you, Ron?
Well, I'm afraid of heights, so I don't do bungee jumping. You know, no. I will do the water skiing, and that other one, hell no.
Well, I'm jumping right off the plane.
What's up,
I'm gonna jump off the plane backwards.
Listen.
What's up, Herb?
And shout out to the chocolate. These are fun questions. For one
Thank
thing,
you.
I'm not jumping out no plane, so you can say no to that. Unfortunately, I'm the only one in the house that doesn't like roller coasters. My daughter like them, my wife like them, so I'm not bungee jumping either. Because that feeling in your stomach, I'm not a fan of that at all.
I ain't doing that.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do want to try that Sky Zone thing, that thing where they do like the fake, I want to try that one day.
For real?
I actually would enjoy jet skiing. That's something that would actually be fun to me. So definitely, a water ski situation. No. I would enjoy that. Water ski would be fun.
I can see that. Well, for me, that's my choice. Is the water skiing because I can swim, so I'm good on the water. But I ain't jumping out of nothing. I ain't jumping off no bridge. I ain't hanging by no ankles. I don't like anything dealing with ropes. And none of that.
Swim in the ocean?
Yeah, I swim in the ocean.
Okay. Swim in the ocean. Okay.
Yeah, I can swim.
I'm talking about deep in the ocean.
You get a life jacket.
You can swim anywhere.
You get a life jacket anyway. And the biggest thing you got to worry about is sharks. And
I was going to say, they ain't going to say you from no shark.
I don't think I'm worried about them sharks at the time. I think I'll be good.
Depends where you water skiing at. You might be water skiing in Louisiana next to them gators.
I will take the chance with the sharks over jumping out of some doggone plane. I am not skydiving.
I'm jumping out the plane. I'm jumping out the window on them.
That ain't happening. Not with the chocolate. That is not happening. No.
I'm jumping out the window on them. You don't know?
All right. Y'all cracking me up with these questions. But anyway, the next one. I don't know. Y'all, none of y'all have heard me talk about going overseas, right? When I'm talking to my family, I'm probably the only one in my family that's never gone overseas. Everybody else has traveled outside the U.S. The only place outside the U.S. I've ever been is Canada, and that's just going across the tunnel into Canada and coming back. That's it. I haven't gone anywhere else because I've always been into politics, and they hate Americans, and I ain't going nowhere, and I don't want to have to worry about can't get home. So that's me. That's my theory. That's why I haven't gone out the country, right? But I was thinking about it. So I came up with the question, is there a foreign country or countries that you've always wanted to go to, but you haven't gone yet? And if so, what is it? And why do you want to go there? So start, Dennis. You can go ahead.
I said I wanted to go to Africa. That's where I said I wanted to go.
All of
But I
Africa,
don't.
or
But I
just a
don't.
certain
I don't
part?
believe that that's foreign. So that wasn't it. Because
Well,
they
it's
said
foreign it's foreign. It's outside the U.S. That's what I mean.
But okay. All right. So I'm gonna go there.
Any part of Africa or the whole Africa?
Nah, I'm gonna see the whole thing. I want to get chased by a lion, see a cheetah.
No, you don't.
Go to Zamunda.
I want to see a cheetah run right by me and stuff. I want to ride the elephant. I'm ready.
You know,
People say no, you don't want to get chased by no lion.
to me, elephants are the most beautiful animals in the world. To me, I just love them. They're just beautiful with them big old ears, and I don't know the way they move. I just think they're beautiful. But go ahead, Kellen.
Kellen is gone.
He gone. Okay, go ahead, Kings are.
So I've only been out of the country once, and people like Trip, like, because I would never. I like Sharon. I ain't going nowhere. So I was my ex that I was with for 2 years is adventurous. She's the opposite of Sharon. She don't do nothing but hike, do all that stuff. So she halfway talked me into stuff. I got a passport in 2019, and my first trip out of the country was Bali, Indonesia. A 20-hour flight. Oh, it was phenomenal. I got pictures. I got stuff on Facebook if you go search. The monkey farm, the monkeys was banging. What's up?
How long you said that flight was again?
20 hours. You fly over the Philippines, land in Taiwan, and then we got on another plane and got over into Indonesia. 20-hour flight, brother.
A 20-hour flight.
Right. Long as it ain't Spirit Airlines, I'll be all right. Cause Spirit Airlines, boy, your knees gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
No. I bought extra room seats. They give you the option. There wasn't Spirit, but
you know what? I got Irving here, Delta in the house. I'll be on Delta. You know what I mean? Right. Irv here. You know what I mean?
So anyway, so that was phenomenal. So since I've been there, and you talk about money. 14,000 rupees to an American dollar. So like a massage is $10. We gonna eat a main course meal with 6 of us. It's like $20 a person. That would cost 150 out here per person. So like it was crazy. So the next place where I want to go is Tokyo, Japan.
Okay.
Lots of short people. All right, Kellen. Kellen, did you hear the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what you got?
I really don't know. Like I'm scared to travel, so I'm scared to get going outside of Buffalo. I'm going like Alaska. I'm going like Alaska though. I want to see like the being dark 6 months of the year. Alaska. I feel like Alaska. Something like that.
I had a friend that moved to Alaska, and it really is like that.
I would love to see that, like these dark, like how we survive with no light for six months.
Can't do that.
Electric bill be high as a motherfucker in Alaska, boy.
I can't do that,
night, baby.
Alaska. That's cool.
I would fire like a firefighter and be a fire and stuff like that, and be like living off the land basically, but I wouldn't worry about like electricity and all that. I would like live off the land and I'd be hunting and gathering and things like that if I was going to Alaska. But I would love to go like to Alaska and live in that cold weather for a year or however long.
I have no interest in cold. Don't want no cold. Go ahead, Ron.
I want to go in China.
Why China?
It's the way they put stuff together, video games and all that stuff. How they make stuff.
You want to see the sweat? You want to see them sweatshops, huh?
Yeah, I want to see.
Ain't Japan known more for making the video games than China?
I mean,
like Nintendo and all that, the PALs and all that.
I mean,
not really.
Cheap ass China got cheap ass clothes.
So
cheap ass Jordans and stuff like that.
Oranges and nectarines. It's all right. What's up, Irv? What you got?
All right, cool. Let's see. I've always wanted to see those hot lagoons. So Iceland is one spot that I want to go.
That's a
Like,
good
remember when
one.
Gucci got in the lagoon and he was like, "Woo, this the lagoon." Like, I always wanted to get in the lagoon, and then also I want to go to Greece. Greece has some beautiful, beautiful landscapes and hotels and stuff like that. So Greece and Iceland, I would say.
They said the beaches of Greece are just absolutely phenomenal. Is what I've
Yes.
heard.
Somebody said they naked on them beaches too.
Hey, beaches and off the chain.
Yeah. They said that water is clear. You can see down to the
Blue
bottom
water. Blue
in a
water.
valley. But yeah, for me, I've always wanted to go. I'm a history person. I'm a history buff, right? And so thinking about historically, I want to go to 3 places. I want to go to France, and I want to go to Italy, but I also want to go to Egypt. And I want to go to other parts of Africa too, but mainly Egypt, because I was telling the fellas earlier, I just got to look at those pyramids one time. Because imagine that they didn't have machinery back then, but they made these pyramids with these bricks with their feet and hands and ropes and pulleys, and that was about it. I just can't fathom it. So I want to see it one time.
Their math
And
had to be on a whole nother level.
yeah, I mean it's one of the 8 wonders of the world, and I want to see it. Of course, I want to go to Paris because I want to see the Eiffel Tower and Romance of Paris and all that wonderful stuff. And
I
then
just want to
go
see what
Italy.
I just want to see what these fashion shows is like in Paris, because everybody come back there and want to start their own
fashion house.
Yeah, fashion. I just want to see everybody want to start their own clothing line when they get out there. What the fuck?
Well, they're like that. They're like that about Italy too. And I want to go to Italy because I really want to go to. I think it's either Venice or Florence where they have the canals, and I want to see that. I just can't imagine looking out my window and in the street is water, and people on gondolas just going down the street. That's just unreal to me. So that's where I would want to go. But the last question I got, and the reason why I'm asking this question is because I had a conversation with some friends of mine from college. And when I was in college, yes, I'm old, but when I was in college, there was a big issue with the Coca-Cola company because they refused to divest from South Africa at the time of apartheid. And so most Black people that I know stopped drinking Coke. We boycotted Coke. And ever since then, I've hated Coke. I've just hated them. Even after they divested, I still just did not go back to drinking Coke because to me, it just didn't taste better anyway. Right? So I just thought I'd ask y'all the question, just on flavor, tasting, all that alone, Coke or Pepsi? Which one you got? So go ahead, Dennis.
Dennis, don't do me wrong. Don't do me wrong, Dennis.
Donovan said that, ladies and gentlemen, Donovan Samuels is here, aka Big
Oh, I
Reese.
know what his answer is.
Yeah, we're gonna both go Pepsi on this one.
Yeah. It pays the bills.
Pepsi tastes better. It's just better flavor to me. But
Pepsi by far way better. Only Coke I like is from McDonald's.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I'm about to say, hold on, we can't talk about that play.
We can't
talk about that play.
Please, let's not going there.
But don't ask me why. Only Coke I
say
drink
that.
is from McDonald's.
Talk about that Rick James.
That's right, that Rick James. What you got,
Talk about that white girl, Christina Aguilera.
What you got, Kellen?
I say Pepsi is better. Coca-Cola made with cocaine, so I heard that back in the day. And I was always going by that. That's
Ryan, what you got?
Pepsi.
Pepsi, Herb?
Coca-Cola. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia. Coca-Cola.
Go ahead, Herb.
Oh, because of Atlanta? Come on.
Hey, you know what?
But you from Baltimore.
I am from Baltimore.
No, you gotta say it right. You from Baltimore with the D.
Yeah, Baltimore. The reason why I say Coke, my godmother, who is very, very dear to me, drank Cokes like they were going out of style. So whenever I go to her house, I have Coca-Cola. So
I don't care. Neither one of them better than that RC Cola, boy. I used to love RC Cola. RC Cola was good. It was smooth. But let me just say this: if you taste during the 80s, the taste test was really big. I don't see that now, but back then,
Right.
everywhere in a mall, you would go to a mall and there would be some setup with a taste test. I always pick the Pepsi every single time. It's about the flavor. Coke is just strong. It grip your throat like crack your throat. You gotta clear your throat after you drink it because it's so strong, but it doesn't have flavor. So for me, it's Pepsi.
I hear that.
So I got a Pepsi. I pour some of that Pepsi in a cup with my Woodford Reserve.
Oh Lord, Ryan.
Forget the Coke.
Ryan, can we get to your hot topics, Ryan?
Forget the
She's talking about
Coke.
Woodford Reserve.
Hey, I gotta give a shout out to the bourbon. You know I'm a bourbon chick, so
shout out to the Woodford Reserve.
Thanks for my question and answer segment, y'all. Y'all were good. Some good entertaining questions.
Oh,
I enjoyed that.
You got to read the comments.
I gotta read them, or you?
No, you got to read them.
I can't even find the show. I'm just sitting here trying to find it. So I can't even read the questions. I mean the comments.
I got them.
I got the comments.
All right, where we at? Sugar Smacks is with Kelly.
Alexander said Frosted Flakes.
Okay, I got them. Here they go.
Ricky Watson. Joshua Bailey said Honey Bunches of Oats cereal. Ricky Williams said is it a cartoon or a cereal talk show? I said Sugar Smacks. Joshua Bailey said cornflakes with hella sugar on the bottom. Ricky Williams said Fruit Loops and cereal. Shout out to Maurice for watching. Ricky said bungee jump while skydiving because he kind of crazy.
He crazy.
He also said, you want to see Tyreek run by you, Dennis? And he said, I live in Minnesota, a.k.a. Minneapolis.
Alaska.
Thomas
Alaska.
I thought it said, oh, shit, it do say Minneapolis. See, that's why I don't read comments.
Yeah, he said when I was talking about Alaska.
Terrible.
Thomas Maselko said, Mountain Dew, please.
Oh, that's my second
favorite.
Oh, Mountain Dew. Mountain
Dew is the sperm killer.
Let me tell you something. Mountain Dew used to be good, but they changed that formula. It's not good anymore. I don't drink it.
Same product.
Ron Foster said Pepsi is better than Coca-Cola.
All right, Ryan, you ready?
Yep.
Dalton said Dr. Pepper.
That's a good one.
We all know.
Dr. Pepper is nasty. Tastes like they poured a whole rack of pepper in the soda.
Mr. Pibb is better.
That's a Texas thing.
They're both nasty. Tastes like it really got pepper in it. Pour the pepper in it.
What NBA team you think will come out of the West besides the Lakers?
I'm going to say mine's first to shock the world. The Phoenix Suns.
Go to the finals?
Phoenix Suns are going to the finals.
Tripping.
Shock the world. The ignorant thing at his best, shocking the world.
Tripping. What do you think, Golden?
Hey, I love the way Utah is playing basketball right now. And I really hope that they can sustain it. I would love to see Utah go to the finals. I'm not sure. But I just love how they're sharing the ball and making it happen. I'm going to say Utah.
No.
Okay. Got a closer.
What do you think, Sam?
See, you said besides the Lakers.
Yeah.
But there's no other. There's just no other team in the West. So I don't really know who to pick.
I just said I know the Lakers. I know the Lakers is your team.
Yeah. I know, but I'm just saying there's no other team in the West. So I mean, who you gonna pick? I could just pick the OKC. I could just pick anybody because anyway. I have to disagree with Goldie though, because I don't believe Utah is going to last. They're playing great ball right now, but I believe in my bones that it's going to fizzle out and they're not going to make it to the finals. That's what I think. So, and I do not believe it's going to be Phoenix. I believe that's just a fairy tale as well. Because as much of a leader as they say Chris Paul is, he ain't getting to the finals.
He like
is
them
not
Skippy
ever
Samuels.
he gonna retire not ever getting to the finals. That's my
So
prediction.
he gonna be the Charles Barkley, I believe.
No, Charles Barkley made it to the finals. Chris
And
Paul
won an MVP in the same season.
Right. Don't put Chris Paul with
That's right.
Charles.
Don't ever disrespect Charles Barkley in my presence again. Ever.
I mean,
Chris Paul's an all-time great at the same time, but
we ain't talking about Chris. We ain't gonna talk about him no more.
No.
I don't even want to hear his name.
Chris Paul like them Skippy.
But I think if I have to pick another team to believe in that's coming out of the West,
there's only one, Sharon.
I think it had to be. Oh damn, they're all bad though.
There's only one, Sharon. I know you don't want to say it.
What?
There's only one.
Who?
What?
The Clippers.
Oh hell no.
The Clippers.
They're definitely not gonna be them. I think I have to give it to.
Wait a minute.
The
Clippers?
Wait a minute.
Clippers.
Wait a minute.
They got the whole ingredients. Now they got a coach that can coach that team.
No, the Clippers not.
Okay. Can I say this?
I ain't get my answer yet. Go ahead.
First
Ryan.
of all, you don't know what Paul George you would get.
Having his best career right now, shooting the highest percentage of his career.
That's right now. But
right?
in the playoffs, he don't do none of this shit.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, he don't show up.
Exactly,
Ron, it's okay. I go through this every season with these Clippers, these people that vote that say Clippers. Don't they, Donovan? Every season. And I let them talk. They can say all this stuff about what they wait.
They did that for 10 years in LA when the Lakers. They did that for 10 years in LA when the Lakers were on their down years and they couldn't capitalize. So
time out. The question is, if you don't pick the Lakers, who's going?
I know what the question is.
The Clippers.
It will not be the Clippers because they're not even the second best team in the West. They're not.
It's Utah.
They will smash Utah in the playoffs.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be Utah. I think it's gonna be Portland. I actually think it's.
That's a good pick. I forgot about that.
I really think it's gonna be Portland. In fact, if it's not gonna be the Lakers, I hope it's Portland.
They gotta be healthy though.
I hope it's Portland because I want Melo to get a ring. I love Carmelo Anthony, darn it. That's my boy. That's who I'm sticking with.
No.
Sharon.
Portland got a good shot, Sharon. Just wait till CJ come back.
I'm not going there with you, Donovan. I'm not going there with you.
Hey, but for real, they gotta have.
I love Melo also, but we gotta be honest. Melo didn't get the kind of help in his career that LeBron got. So his best.
I agree.
Well, that's because Melo chose to take the money in New York instead of go to Chicago when he almost did, but he took that money and he didn't go to that team.
All right, y'all, let's stick.
Part of the reason he didn't go to Chicago was because people were leaving.
Yeah,
let's
he's not the only
to
one that got
question. Ron's question is who's
Devon,
coming out
up,
if it's not the Lakers? If it's not the Lakers, who's coming out the West? That's the question.
Denver?
It ain't Denver. They got a piece of. I don't know what's going on with Denver.
They're like an 8 seed right now, a 7 seed or something, ain't they?
Utah.
You think?
Thank you, Mr.
Utah.
Professional. Thank you.
Okay.
Is that your answer, Goldie?
I said Utah before he jumped
You said
on.
Utah, right?
That's Utah.
That was the fresh perspective answer right there. Was Utah?
That's right. Fresh perspective.
Fresh perspective. Shout out to Fresh Perspective for showing up in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to. Been waiting for them to come on the show, but I guess we're gonna have to.
Y'all need
Hey man, we on vacation. We got to be somewhere.
Y'all need a fresh perspective towel or something so I can wave a towel. You know, like the terrible towels. Y'all need a towel.
No.
I gotta wave a towel.
Yeah,
I got you, Sharon. He don't like the terrible towel shit because it rivals anything Baltimore. His punk ass.
I know it.
I got you, Sharon.
Y'all wait a minute. I need to go get mine. Hold up.
Just want to know. Wait a minute. Since we're on the conversation, Irv, just a quick question. Who was your team before the Ravens?
The Houston Oilers. I like Warren Moon.
Sorry to hear that.
Also,
Sorry to
I'm
hear
a
that,
Dan
bro.
Marino. So Miami
I
Dolphins.
liked you, man, but you done
Sorry to
messed
hear
up
that, man.
now. You done messed up. Houston Oilers.
He picked the 2 quarterbacks that played the longest and they ain't went nowhere.
He's not even from Baltimore, if y'all really want to be honest. He's from Bowie, Maryland.
No, I'm not. I'm from Baltimore. I'm not from
Wow.
Don't do that.
He's from Wilmington, Delaware.
Wire, baby.
I've been to Bowie. I've been to Bowie.
21207.
I wouldn't want to be from there either. I'd be
21207. Authentic.
What head coach
That man from
you
Greenbelt.
think should be on the hot seat in the NFL next year?
For me, I'll see Vic Fangio.
What's up, D-Man?
D-Man
D-Man in the house.
I think Sean Payton should be on the hot seat.
You know what, Devon? I agree with you. I wish Sean Payton was on the hot seat, though, but
Sean
when
Payton.
are they going to man up and fire him anyway? They're not going to fire him. They're just too lazy.
I got one that's going to shake up the whole group.
I do too.
Frank Wright.
Nah.
Frank Wright.
How about Mike Zimmer?
No.
Nah.
I don't think he should be on the hot seat, though. I think he will be.
You know who's going to be on the hot seat next year while y'all BSing, though? Real talk?
What?
Pete Carroll.
That's it.
Yeah, Pete Carroll should be on the hot seat.
That's my pick.
Why you say
Watch.
Pete Carroll? Devon?
Because for the last 3 years he has had Super Bowl talent and not gotten it done. And the depletion of their defense has been largely blamed on him, and there have been rumblings out of that organization that he's lost the locker room. Partially because he's catered too much to Russell Wilson. So, not that Russell Wilson is not worthy of that, but he's running into what I like to call the Mike Tomlin phase, where you have to make a decision over whether you're going to be a leader of men or whether you're going to appease your franchise quarterback. And the thin line between that is so thin that most people don't survive it. So I think Pete Carroll will be on the hot seat next year.
Ooh,
strong.
What he said, ditto to what he said. That's my pick for the same reasons. Yep.
I don't see that they have Super Bowl talent for the last 3 years.
But I do got a question for Irving though, and I respect you, bro. Do you think John Harbaugh should be on the hot seat? Because I think he should be on the hot seat.
That's my number 2.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, and I definitely respect you also, Dalton. John Harbaugh was on the hot seat, and then he started Lamar. Lamar has given him this extra life in his career, so it could be possible, because if it was no Lamar, Harbaugh would have been out already. But Lamar has given his career.
He didn't just he didn't just start Lamar. He started Lamar and went out and got Greg Roman.
Hey, Ron, should I tell Goldie what he's about to get into, or should I just let him wait?
Tell him.
You do know there's 3 quarterbacks supposed to get paid this year, right, Goldie?
Yeah, they working on my boy right now.
Yeah, okay. Because listen, I'm gonna say like I said all the time, he who does not get paid first will not get paid at all. Dak Prescott
working on my boy right now.
So how much?
Actually, Dak Prescott, as according to reports that just came out about 90 minutes ago, Dak Prescott is close to a deal.
Thank you.
And a monumental deal.
Thank you. He's been close for a while. Until he signed.
No.
Hold up, Irv. Have we heard about him being close for a while, Irv?
Bro, he's been close for a while. He's been close. But tell me the last time since the injury. Tell me the last time that Dak has been in the facility.
Okay, I'm not worried about that. I'm just talking about him being close. I've heard about this close.
Not worried about that.
No,
bro.
Because I want him to sign.
When Ezekiel Elliott wasn't signed, his ass was working out in damn Cabo. The minute the rumblings changed, he was in the facility. When people go to the facility, things are changing. So
they go to dinner with Jerry Jones, and he said,
that's a good indicator.
So Goldie, how much you think Lamar Jackson is worth?
Oh man, he got to get paid.
He ain't even worth Irv hairline.
He got to be in the top 5%. Like he has, like, I'm not saying he's gonna get Mahomes numbers, but he got to get paid. He's got to get paid.
He deserves it.
Yeah,
Like
30,
I like
30,
okay.
30 million up. Yeah, he got to get paid.
He deserves it.
What you got, Ryan?
Do you think Baker Mayfield can get the Browns back to the playoffs next year?
Hell yeah. What do you mean? Hell
I
yeah.
agree. I hate to admit it, but I agree with Dennis. Absolutely.
I don't think so.
Hell yeah. Sharon, what I've been talking about all year last year.
You guys will improve on
I
that.
don't hear you. I don't hear you.
Sharon, talk to me, Chocolate. What I've been talking about all year.
I'm not even answering that question.
Come on, Sharon, talk to me.
I'm mad at you, Ryan, for even having this as a question.
My answer about the Browns my answer is no for right now.
My answer is no too, Dalton. Thank you, baby.
Baker got talent, man. Baker.
Yeah, they have talent. But the question is, can Baker Mayfield get them to the playoffs? And my answer is no, because he didn't get them there this time.
Now that he got the spotlight on him, he gonna.
They played 16 games, Irv. They played 16 games. He was not a factor in all 16 of them games. He wasn't even a factor in more than 8.
I mean, they got
he wasn't even the main reason why they got in the playoffs.
Every time the pressure's on him,
hey, Irv. I usually, me and Sharon don't always see eye to eye, but we see eye to eye on quite a bit. Hey, did y'all beat Cleveland both times this year?
Yeah, they did.
I don't think so. Did we?
We did.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Remember, I think we did.
Y'all beat Irv. Y'all beat Cleveland both times this year, right?
Both times.
One of them was the greatest game of the year.
Yeah, it was.
What was the backup?
What was the defining factor in Cleveland's loss in those games?
Well, the first time we spanked them, like, they had new coaches and we took advantage of that.
Okay, but the second time.
Lamar had to take a shit.
Lamar came out the bathroom on him. Lamar came out he got fluid.
Why did Cleveland ultimately lose that game?
Because of poor quarterback play. Hello.
But he kept him in it, though.
That's what I'm about to say. That wasn't the poor quarterback.
It's easy to keep him in it when the starting quarterback is taking a shit.
I'm going to say it again. There's 16 games, and he was not the main reason why that they won more than half of them games.
And honestly,
let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
He won't be the reason that they're going to win what they're going to win next year. But he will be a high-paid quarterback coming up.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question, though.
Let's keep it a buck, man.
I'm sticking with the question.
Baker Mayfield is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL, and for him to have that level of talent, he reminds me, and people are going to laugh. He reminds me of Mitchell Trubisky. He makes horrible decisions when it matters the most.
You know who he reminds me of? I'm gonna go back a whole lot of years at the same
Jeff George
organization. No,
Jeff George,
Bernie Kosar. Because Kosar was accurate, but some of his decisions.
Go ahead,
but he was accurate. Bernie Kosar is one of the
Bernie
most
was
accurate
6'4", 6'5"
of all time. But the man, I wouldn't start him. He wouldn't be my quarterback.
He was one of the most accurate quarterbacks of that era, not all time.
That's what I mean, of that era.
Yeah, considering the fact that they weren't really passing like that, for him to be slinging that bitch, him and Vinny Testaverde, to be honest with you, they were slinging that bitch in an era where they weren't really passing leads. Like, you didn't come across Dan Marino that often where he ain't had no running back, so you had to depend on his arm every week in, week out. So yeah, I feel you on that. They were expecting Jeff George to be that, but Jeff George was the Jay Cutler of that era. Right. And I'll move on. I'm tired of shitting on my quarterbacks, but yeah, he definitely was.
Yeah, he definitely had the arm talent.
Jeff George was one of the most talented motherfuckers I've ever seen. I've ever seen up close, bro. That
With that
motherfucker.
rock.
I said
You talking about a cannon?
He's from Indiana too, right?
He was a
I
great
said
quarterback.
that
He
Jeff
started out at
George.
Indianapolis, I
I
think,
said that
or
Jeff
Atlanta.
George was.
Atlanta, one of them.
I said
No,
that
he
Jeff
played
George
it.
was a better quarterback than Troy Aikman. The people fucking
Oh,
threw me
stop
under the
it.
bus for that.
No, he's not a better quarterback. He's a better
Stop
talent.
it.
He's a better
I
quarterback
said he
talent.
was a better quarterback than Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman was trash, bro.
I don't think
Troy
he was
Aikman
trash.
is
He wasn't
champion.
trash.
No.
but he
Hold
overrated.
on.
He's
Hold on.
overrated.
Troy
Bro.
Aikman. No. Troy Aikman was trash. Troy Aikman had
Tony Romo was
70s.
better than Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman was trash, bro. Troy Aikman had 70s numbers in the late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
And if you know anything about the 70s, Roger Staubach, Teddy Bradshaw, their numbers were fucking horrible.
Different era. Just different.
He a 3-time champion.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't a passing era. That's why when people try to shit on Warren Moon, I'm like, motherfucker, he had to fight through the goddamn CFL to get back to the NFL. What are you talking about? They try to shit on Kurt Warner. He went to the Arena League. Are y'all serious? Like you really gonna shit on that guy? Well, whatever.
Well, what you also got to take into consideration, Mr. Professional, is the rules were different. So it wasn't a wide.
You couldn't be black. You couldn't be a black quarterback back then, unless you played for Buddy Ryan.
Right.
Not even that.
You're right. You're right. The rules were different. Unless you played for Buddy Ryan, you could not be a black quarterback. That's
There
right.
you go. Randall,
My
my
next-
God.
Ryan, can we get to the next question, Ryan?
Do you think Cam Newton will be a starter quarterback next year?
Yes, I'm
Is he
done.
playing in the? Is he playing in the XFL?
My answer is yes.
I was about to ask the same question, Devon.
My answer is yes.
Oh, that's that fan
Like he
control
said,
league.
it ain't 32 motherfuckers better than me. Like he said.
He can start for his 7-on-7.
I think he'll start next year too. It won't
Kellen
be for New
said
England.
Cam is done. That's what
It
Kellen
won't be
said.
for New England though.
He'll be
Yo.
on a different team though, but he won't go back to the Patriots, in my opinion.
Honestly,
The young man at the 7-on-7 camp said he was cheeks.
all right, I'm not doing that. Honestly, what I would be surprised if he's not starting somewhere next year. He's a starting quarterback. It's just that you have to do the Lamar Jackson, the Josh Allen. You have to cater a system to him that is going to get the best out of Cam. And I don't think that anybody has done that yet, except for maybe coming close.
Cam can't throw the ball.
Carolina.
Ron Rivera.
Right.
No, Cam can throw the ball. It's just that where they got it right that particular year is all of their targets were big. You talking about Greg Olsen? You talking about DJ Moore, DJ whatever the fuck his name is?
Hey, Benjamin.
Yeah, like all of it. Like Cam doesn't need
Fast,
short targets because he's not a timing thrower. But he's so dangerous with his legs. He's so dangerous with his legs. People don't really pay attention to the fact that he can actually sling the bitch, and he's not like people try to. He's not like hellaciously accurate like Drew Brees or Baker Mayfield, but he ain't Lamar Jackson. Like,
whoa! What was you doing?
Yo, Irv, I understand your concern, but let's be clear. Lamar Jackson ain't never throwing for 4,000 yards when he's got to drop back over 70% of the time. Let's be clear.
They go to hate. They go to hate.
Listen, you don't have to.
Bro, every time people take away the running game, Lamar gets those 198-yard passing games. It's not something that we need to hide from. We need to address it.
But Lamar also threw 6 touchdowns in the game. He actually threw all 6 of his.
He didn't have
two handoffs.
3 of those touchdowns 3 of those touchdown throws were in the 5-yard line. I'm worried more about your legs than I am about your arm.
And what about the bombs he threw? What about the 2 bombs?
What about the bombs he threw? One of the motherfucking bombs was a goddamn 13-yard pass that turned into a goddamn 60-yard touchdown.
No, that's the wrong game. Wrong game.
See all of those. It gets blurry because he's had a lot of great games.
Yeah, wrong game.
But it don't get blurry in the playoffs.
Hey, Sharon, Irv killed me talking about Lamar had a lot of great games. Like the Baltimore Ravens, the rest of them motherfuckers don't exist, right?
Yeah.
No. Lamar's on a great team with a great coach and a damn good offensive coordinator, because that offensive coordinator made Colin Kaepernick look like an all-star. Whenever you get through, stop struggling. Shout out to Bo.
What you got? Right.
Yeah, Mr. Professional on that sweet tea.
I'm not.
That ain't no sweet tea.
I'm actually not.
Yeah. My
That ain't no
next
sweet
question
tea.
is, if the Houston Texans don't trade Deshaun Watson, can you see him retiring?
No.
No.
I see him sitting out a year, but I don't see him retiring. That's my answer.
I don't even see him sitting out a year.
I see him playing.
I see him sitting out like maybe 3-4 games trying to call.
No, I think he would. I think he's willing to go out for a whole year. I think he's that fed up.
No, because he want the money. I see him coming in
28 million.
I see him coming into camp.
I don't think it's
just
about
like
the money with him.
I'm telling you, Sharon, he gonna come into camp just like James Harden.
Now I could be wrong. I'm fine with being wrong. I'm just telling you that's what I think.
You heard what I said, didn't you? Yep.
I see him coming into camp like James Harden.
I heard him. I heard what he said. I ain't paying no mind.
He gonna come into camp. His body gonna look like James Harden, and his face gonna look like Kellen for the culture. And all of that is saying,
crazy.
All that says is either you trade me or all this about to blow up and go down in flames. That's all that says.
Well, I think he's willing to sit out a whole year. I think it's not about the money for him.
I think he's gonna sit out.
Yeah, the COVID sit out.
Kellen liked that shit. He said, "Burn this motherfucker down."
No. Do you think the Browns will trade Odell Beckham?
They have to.
I'm gonna say yes.
They don't need to, but they have to.
Why?
They did better without him.
That's why I said yes.
They didn't do better without him. They were more cohesive.
Yes, they did. They might not have made the playoffs if he didn't get hurt.
By subtraction.
They didn't do better without him.
What'd you say, Kings are?
He's an addition. He's by subtraction. He was an addition by subtraction. Chemistry. Here's the thing with Odell Beckham. Like a lot of people, a lot of these receivers. I'm a Cowboy fan. Dez Bryant included with Dak. When you got these receivers these quarterbacks are so pressured, they got to get them the ball. These hotheads. I'm telling you, like when Dak left, like when Dez left, or when Odell got hurt. Now you can just play quarterback. Go through your reads, hit who's open. You ain't got to try to get this man involved if you don't get no catches in the first quarter. Now he on the sideline pouting. Like I'm telling you, I've seen it many of T.O. too. Like as great as he is, I'm telling you, sometimes they be stressing people out.
King, I was just about to ask you what's the difference between Odell and King and T.O.
There you go. And I love T.O., but I'm gonna admit the faults.
It's not a fault. It's not a fault. It's not a fault.
When we got rid of Dez Bryant, like Dak said the right thing. He didn't say, "Hey, I want him back," but he was like, "Hey,
Sharon, get that guy. Don't put Dez Bryant in the same conversation as T.O., bro."
No. I'm saying, you can't tell me Dez Bryant ain't a hothead, though.
He is a hothead, but Dez Bryant, bro. Before we ever get into a conversation about putting them two in the conversation, tell Dez Bryant to learn the route tree.
No. I'm not putting them on the level. I'm talking about a number one receiver that if you don't get involved, he's on the sideline doing this or like this drama. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
no, I agree with that. But my whole thing is you don't get to act an ass when you don't know the route tree. Before you even have to learn your plays, before you even have to know where you at on the field, like you don't know the route tree, fam.
Yeah, I feel you. And then he went based on talent. I mean, that's what he did. What he did, he was that talented. But just think what he would have done if he had it here and he knew the route tree, like you just said. Just think how great that man here.
The work ethic. What's the thing? What's the one thing that Chris Paul and Isaiah Thomas, to your point, Irv? What's the one thing that they say? When you get to the pros, everybody good. It's your work ethic that separates you from everybody else.
Dedication, all that, right? 100% agreed. 100%. So with Odell, to me, he's an addition by subtraction. And I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan, and I agree with the people that said he didn't get back to the playoffs. But I did see a little more freedom in his game. And the other receivers, the rookie they had that had a couple good games, Landry. Like he was able to spread the tight ends.
What's his name, Dennis?
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
From Michigan.
I'm just saying, like it matters. You gotta have chemistry. You can't. Your quarterback can't be. Oh, I gotta force it to this man just so when we go 3 and out, he ain't in my ear on the sideline. Like you can't have that. Julio Jones don't do that. Megatron didn't do that. You know what I mean?
You got to say pause before you say that. I'm a force
hold
on.
Man.
What do you think, Dennis?
we low on time, but I believe that Odell Beckham stays a Brown, and the Browns going to do some great things this season.
Yo, but Dennis, real talk. If Odell Beckham did leave, if the Browns had to trade him, where is his best fit?
Chicago.
Honestly, I want. Okay, if it's what I want, then I would want him to go with Cam Newton. That's what I would want.
Ooh, okay.
Because I want Cam Newton to get some help. Like Cam Newton says he's Superman, but right now you Clark Kent. I'm gonna be real. Right now you Clark Kent. You can't be Superman 16 games out of the season. I love me some Cam Newton. You can't be Superman 16 games out of the season, but you can be Clark Kent for 8 games. Remember, you can Clark Kent for 8 games.
Okay.
And let that help. Just build around.
So basically, you saying he needs to go somewhere with a superior defense that can pick up for him, so he don't necessarily have to carry the team all 16 games.
Right.
Fair enough.
It's about time he got some help.
Put Lamar on the bench.
Anyway, I ain't going there with that.
Disrespectful.
We ain't got that much time left. We ain't got that much time left, so I'm gonna let First of all, I'm happy everybody came out. And once again, thank you to everybody that watched the show. Fresh perspective in the building. Hopefully we can get them on before they get back in April. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get all of them together. It's going to have to be a longer show. We're going to have to start that one a little early because they get a little reckless. And we're going to start that one a little early. They get a little reckless. And I'm going to make sure I got me my sweet tea to the side. And I'll be ready. Know what I mean?
I'm not on the sweet tea tonight.
I'm just saying, I'm not playing. I got the... And Sharon, make sure you have your Woodford because I'm gonna have my EJ. I'm like, I gotta be ready.
You got it.
No, real talk. I'm not on the sweet tea tonight.
I'm just letting you know. I just gotta be ready.
I will have it.
But like I said, anybody got any last words? Anybody got any last words?
Great show, man. Again, as usual, man. Yeah, I mean, it's on point. The questions, Sharon was dope. Everything was on fire today, man. Just another one under the belt.
Thank you, King Czar.
Hey man, in the words of Kellen for the culture, burn this motherfucker down.
Hey, no,
did like and share the show.
Hey, I'll definitely say this. Ever since that we became a part of the Rise Up family, always wanted to be on this show. Talk Your Ish Tuesdays is one of my favorite shows. Shout out to Ron for inviting me and just thank you. I love what you guys do. And whenever y'all want me to come back on, man, I love this show. So thank you.
Listen, we want y'all back. Man. We want y'all back with the crew.
Man,
anytime.
Fuck this show. I'm talking my ish right now.
Kellen, what you got?
Great show. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the show. I like this type of talk with. This is like the original back in the day. First couple of years we had it, so it was like I like it like this. We got everybody on here. Everybody got really what to say out. Great show. Good job, everybody. Thank y'all for watching.
Hey, thanks, Kellen. We can't wait for your Sunday show to come back on.
Much respect, Kellen. Don't forget to hit me up.
E-Man.
Oh, thanks for having me on the show. It's a great show. Glad to be part of it.
Okay. Sharon, Chocolate Girl, a.k.a. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all go and subscribe to Did You Hear What Chocolate Said? The new podcast out. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that.
It's on Spotify. But this was a great show, you guys. I really, really had a good time. This was fun. I enjoyed all the questions. I enjoyed all the back and forth and stuff. Thank you, Divine, for being nice to me and not really, kicking my ass on the show tonight. So thank you. I'm glad we were able to agree on some things. And shout out to Kellen, because when Kellen come in, you know he gonna tell everybody to like and share the show. So that's cool. So thank you, Kellen. And it's just been a good night. So I hope to see y'all again real soon. Fresh perspective. This is what I got to say to y'all. Make sure y'all tag me when you start your show. when you come back on.
Aaron, I told Dennis, I told Dre, I told Ryan Rubley, I told some of our bigger followers. Facebook changed the format, so when we be trying, we're literally sitting on the set trying to share, and it doesn't go the way that we want it to go.
No, it's hard to it's hard to share. It is. It's hard to share and to tag people. That's why I be telling people your best thing to do is
catastrophically
bad. If you follow the page, if you follow the Ignorant Thinker podcast, as soon as we go live, you'll know it. Because you know
I follow Fresh Perspective, but for some reason I don't know what happens. I gotta go back and look at my settings again.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. The whole reason why we had the 3 announcements on the show on Thursday night before we went on vacation about us migrating to YouTube is because they don't do that. Like when you subscribe to the show and you change that bell to all, every time we go live, you get that post.
Yeah.
So that's true. No disrespect to Facebook, because I don't want Zuckerberg coming after me trying to treat me like Edward Snowden. But nigga, they stay changing some shit that fuck up everybody.
Yeah. I get Ignorant Thinkers podcast every single time though. Every time. I get Rise Up every time, but for some reason I don't know what it might be just my own settings. I don't know. I'm gonna check it. But I do be trying to watch y'all every time you're on, just so you know. I do try.
Irv will tell you because I don't usually get to watch them. I don't usually get to watch them on Thursdays. I gotta go back and watch them on
Dennis
Fridays
don't watch till the next day. Yeah.
But
Sharon, I will honestly tell you, man, Irv can.
I like that live. I like that live experience because I like to have my say in the comments.
So you can go back and forth.
Yeah, for real. Sharon, I will honestly say, and Irv can echo me on this. You are far from the only person to say that.
Oh, okay.
Since Facebook changed their format to the new to the new format, it's just not as easy. So we just like and then like, with them making all the complications around monetizing on Facebook, it's like why even bother? We just go to YouTube. We can manage the algorithm because the algorithm is forwarded to you ahead of time of them going live, and then it's just easier. And so
I got you.
So fuck with us on YouTube, man. Fresh Perspective, man. Fuck with the entire Rise Up family, Ignorant Thinker podcast. Did you give Chocolate head? I mean, did you hear what Chocolate said?
That's sweet tea.
I just started yesterday. Dang.
You did just start yesterday, and your wig almost came off just now. Anyway.
No, it did not. I had a wig on.
Yesterday, he was like the clips.
Damn it.
Was that the clip, Jesus?
But seriously though, that's what it's
took
called.
that communion juice is the first of the month.
You hear what Chocolate said? It's on Spotify. It's gonna be everywhere, but it's on Spotify right now.
Hey man, Kellen for the Culture got some surprises for you coming up, and I already said I was gonna be a part of that first joint. So let's get it popping, man.
Yeah, that's the Sunday morning, the Sunday drink y'all got going. That's gonna be good.
Yes, sir.
I missed the family
we got
show.
Matter of fact, hold on. We got a show this Sunday. The NFCE show comes on this Sunday at 7:00. I forgot all about that. That comes on this Sunday 7:00. Make sure y'all tune into that NFCE show this Sunday 7:00 p.m. Facebook.
Who's
Facebook
the host?
Live on.
Who's the host?
I'm the host.
Oh,
I'm the host.
I'm tired of seeing
Anthony Lee.
Yeah.
Dennis, real talk. I'm tired of seeing your face.
That's cool. That's how I want it to be. Like when Lil Wayne was on the radio back in 08 and 07 and all that.
Yeah,
I'm tired of hearing him on the radio.
Nobody liked that.
Yeah, but he made millions though. So when I get to the millions, then I'll be like, I'm tired of getting these millions.
If you making millions, but then you got to sell yourself to the president, you have lost.
I don't know no presidents. It don't even matter. I don't know no president.
Right, Irv? Right side left, baby.
I can't look at Lil Wayne. I don't want to see him. I'll listen to his music, but I don't want to look at him.
Again, thank y'all for coming out tonight. We want to thank everybody. Ryan, you got any last words? If he's still there.
Ron, do you have any last words?
God bless. Good night.
Good night, y'all.